We are discussing the software model of 8086. Today we will see what is this 4CH and 21H. In all programs, we use these three statements move AL, 00H, move AH, 4CH, INT, 21H to terminate the program. This 00H is the return code, 4CH is the DOS interrupt function number to terminate the program, and this is DOS interrupt code. 8086 use vectored interrupt. Vectored interrupt is an interrupting scheme in which the source reveals its identity through its address or an identification number. In other words, it directs the processor to the interrupt service routine. Let us check the pins of 8086 for the interrupt handling. Here you can see pin number 17 and 18 NMI INTR, then pin number 24 INTA bar. This is INTA bar is interrupt acknowledgement, NMI is non-maskable interrupt, INTR is interrupt request. We can categorize these interrupts into two, maskable and non-maskable. The interrupts coming through NMI line is non-maskable and it is used to serve emergencies like memory failure, etc. We can't disable this interrupt. Then interrupts coming through INTR line, we can disable them by using interrupt flag. If we keep interrupt flag equal to 0, the interrupts request coming over this line, INTR line, will be discarded. Then based on the source, we can categorize the 8086 interrupts into three groups. The hardware interrupts, software interrupts, and exceptions. Hardware interrupts are the signals coming through NMI line or INTR line. Then exceptions are signals generated by some conditions in 8086 due to the execution of an instruction. An example is division by 0. The sources of software interrupts are programs. They are non-maskable. They are treated as hardware interrupts but never acknowledged. Then 8086 uses an interrupt vector table IVT to store the vector or address of all interrupt service routines. It uses first 1024 bytes for this interrupt vector table. Let us see the interrupt vector table of 8086. 4 bytes are used to store the vector of an interrupt. It can recognize 256 different types of interrupts. So total space for the interrupt vector table is 256 into 4. 4 bytes for each interrupt vector. So 256 into 4 bytes. So it is 2 raised to 10. That is first 1k bytes for the interrupt vector table. First 1k bytes means its address start from 00000 to 003FF, and the first word of the vector is IP offset, instruction pointer offset, and next 2 bytes is the code segment base address. So that means what would be loaded in code segment. See, to execute a routine, we need a CS value and an IP value. CS is the starting address, then IP is the instruction to be fetched. So we need to register. So to execute an interrupt type 0, that is in general type n, we need two values, CS value and IP value. Those values are stored in this vector. Let us see how this INTN instruction works. In instruction INTN, n is the type number. Okay, here 8086 can recognize 256 different types of interrupts. So n is the type number. Okay, that type number will be multiplied by 4. See, the type number 1, its vector is stored in the bytes starting with the address 00004, 00005, 00006. This bytes is 00007. These 4 bytes for 2 words. First word start with the address 00004. The second word start with the address 00006. And the first word of this vector is the IP offset, which should be loaded in IP register to start the execution of the interrupt service routine. And the second word is the base address or the starting address of that routine, and that value should be loaded in CS register. Okay, so type n equal to 1. So 1 into 4, you are getting value 00004. Okay, that is the IP offset. Then how to fetch the or how to calculate the CS content. So that value will be incremented by 2. So 1 into 4 you are getting 4, then plus 2 you are getting 6. So that is the address of the word that should be loaded in CS register. Okay, let us check type number 3 then. Okay, so n equal to 3. So first n into 4, you should get 4 into 3, 12. Okay, so you can see here 0000C is the address of the first word. Then plus 2 you are getting D and next E. Okay, so E is the address of, that is E means 0000E is the word where we have stored the CS content. On this way INTN instruction works. That is, to get the IP value, type number will be multiplied by 4. Then to get the CS content, type number into 4 plus 2. You will get the vector of that interrupt type. And our 21H is one among these 256 different interrupts. This 21H is a collection of functions. Every function has its own identification number, and every function has certain input requirements and some output specifications. So in DOS interrupt 21H, the function number 4CH is the routine to terminate a program. Its input requirements are AS should be loaded with 4CH and AL should be loaded with the return value. So that is why we are doing AL equal to 00 and AH equal to 4CH. Let us summarize 8086 interrupt activities. See the main program. At a point, an interrupt request happens through NMI line or INTR line or INTN. Then the control should be transferred to an interrupt service routine. So before that, it should push all the flags, clear IF and TF, then push CS and IP because it has to resume the execution of the main program. And after that, CS and IP will be modified. IP equal to n into 4 and CS equal to n into 4 plus 2. Now it is ready to start the execution of interrupt service routine. So inside the interrupt service routine, it will push all the registers, then execute the statements. After that, it will pop all registers and return from interrupt service routine. Then what happens? It has to pop IP contents, then pop the CS content, then all the flags. Now it is resuming the execution of the main program. Next, let us see the priority of this interrupts. Here divider, that is division by 0, then INTN and INT0, they have the highest priority. Then next comes NMI, then INTR, then the lowest priority interrupt is single step.